Japan dropped the bomb on the world and is only exclusive so far in Japan, and that is the Sega Mega Drive 2. 2?
Yeah, it's
Weird.
the Mega Drive Mini 2.
Mini 2? Mini 2? Mini 2.
The MDM 2.
Which, if it got localized over here, it'd be called probably
the Genesis Mini 2.
Yeah, basically. And what makes it so special? Is it like another collection of Sega Genesis and all this stuff? It's just more better looking? No, it's actually they're adding some libraries from the CD collection in there, and that's pretty rad. It's pretty rad.
Yes.
There goes the emulator people that have been having CD, including me, had to play these on the computer in some shape or form. But now you can get them on a console, probably great with the controls and everything like that. You mentioned before the recording, it's going to come in with a fun CD drive. Probably can't play real CDs. Don't attempt it.
It's a dummy. It's a little mini. So,
don't do it. Don't do it. But if you own a real copy of a Sega CD, you can put it in there just for your pleasure. Go ahead. I always, honestly, real talk, I only saw a Sega CD twice in my life in person of a console.
Really?
Yes. I saw one at a birthday party when it first was popular, per se. And the game they decided to play on there, which it was the worst game. I wanted to play Sonic CD, but it was a party and people wanted to play something that was more. And so they decided to play Scottie Pippen. That terrible game, the game that Scottie Pippen just blocks all your shots and talks shit about you. That game was garbage. I did not like that game.
That's almost as bad as like playing CNC Music Factory or Criss Cross Make My Music Video.
Right.
Or Marky Mark.
Right. But when you got the hottest console at your birthday party, you're just gonna play every game. You're gonna get the popular ones. I think Scottie Pippen was one of the popular. Not popular. He was one of the openers on there.
I mean, it's the
Launchers.
90s. Scottie Pippen, the Bulls. The Bulls were big. Makes sense.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he also had Virtual Boy there. I play a lot of Virtual Boy over there because like everybody else can play that game. I play Virtual Boy.
Amazing, you don't have to wear glasses.
No, I didn't play it that long. It's different if I owned it. But anyways, that's beside the point. But the second time I saw a Sega CD was, Game Exchange. Saw the console itself again and all that stuff. But Sega CD was one of those consoles where it's like you might want to own it if you're a collector, but maybe not own it if you were like a gamer, because it's like the console didn't really have the best of games on there, but when they had some hits, they had some hits. Yes. I'll tell you what. And it had one of my favorite games. Sonic CD was probably one of my it's up there as one of my favorite Sonic games of all time. And that was on there. But once I got my hands on a real bust of the library of trying out these games, there were some that did very well. Granted, some later on got better editions, better definitive editions. But it's cool that Sega was the place to have these rare kind of unique games, especially the home of a lot of FMV games. Like other consoles had more FMV games than Sega CD at the time, and that was popular for some reason. For that, I don't know, but there were some good ideas.
You got the arcade experience at home. Sega was always about bringing the arcade experience at home, and the arcade had games like Mad Dog McCree and stuff like that. So
yeah, shout out the Night Traps. Everybody likes Night Traps. This is where it started. Before it spread like wildfire,
This is what contributed to us getting the ESRB.
So this is what makes it unique. Because, yes, probably over the 50 games are going to be in this library. Probably there are going to be some Sega Genesis games on here. But you're getting the unique of the CD games on here. Jerome, would you be so kindly to tell our listeners, our viewers, what are the games so far that we know from the CD collection that's going to be on there?
So here's what is confirmed out of the 50 titles. And keep in mind, this is in Japan, but only a matter of time. This is what's confirmed. Bonanza Brothers, a classic. I liked it. Fantasy Zone, a version based on Super Fantasy Zone. Magical Taruruto. Shining in the Darkness. Thunder Force 4, which over here, it would also went by Lightning Force. Virtua Racing, the one with the big ass cart. And if you bought it back in the day, it was like $120. Mansion of Hidden Souls, Popful Mail.
One of the rarest and one of the most expensive CD games.
Yes. So the fact that they're putting that on there, Oh, please bring that to the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Shining Force CD, Silpede, and of course your baby Sonic CD.
Yes. So right there, good list for CD wise.
Solid list.
Yeah.
We're
They're
just
not
a
playing.
handful.
Yeah. Very excited about that. The console itself, so far, it's going to be $75. If it came out here, I don't know if that'll change to come over here, but they were saying based on the price in Japan, it's $75, which good price for 50 games.
Yeah.
And we still don't know what other games are going to be on here yet. So Jerome and I started thinking, like, what other CD games can make it on this list that are just they can't and they should not dismiss these games. These games should be in this, because once you have it on there, that's the perfect library for the CD. You don't need any additional games based on our list. So, for one game that we chant about all the time on our show, which deserves it. Now, I never played this old school version, and granted, I would have a tough time with this version, but I would still like to play it just to see how it would feel. But that's Lunar 1 and 2. Both of those games on here would be amazing, which a lot of people would probably say, yeah, the PS1 is probably a definitive edition, or you can even argue the PSP one is more of a better edition. Doesn't matter. The point is that to find out how the originals played would be really cool. And the fact that 1 and 2 were both on here was pretty amazing.
And the story in the original one, I can't speak for 2, but the original Sega CD version of Lunar, the story flows a lot differently than it does on the PlayStation. Mm-hmm. Different events happen in different orders. Some events don't even happen at all. So
So hopefully they get that on there, because that would be amazing to be on there.
There's hope, because Game Arts, Popful Mail and Silpede are Game Arts developed or Game Arts published. So there's hope.
Yeah. The next thing we're going to talk about, it's a little fun. It's a fun game. It's a Konami game. Kojima was part of it, and at a time, you wish you had a gun. So it's going to be interesting you playing this game without a gun on certain segments, because some of them are kind of a bit of a shooter gallery, and that's Snatcher. This is really a story-driven game where choices were coming in as you're trying to go into a mystery of the world that kind of reminds you of Blade Runner. And so, no, the game was really cool for what I played at the time, but it's really about talking and learning and doing stuff in a certain order to investigate what's going on, including shooter gallery. For people that want to try it, you can. I always wanted them to maybe remaster it, but I really want them to remake it and just make it more modern. I thought that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. We actually did an episode on our World Gaming Trade Show a long time ago. It was like our first episode or second episode. We talked about we'd love to see Snatcher come back in a different way. And so,
I mean, there is a game that's like Snatcher that's also on the Sega CD, Rise of the Dragon. Mm-hmm. And but it's not as deep as Snatcher. You could beat Rise of the Dragon in like a few hours. Yeah. But yes, if you like Snatcher, but you don't have Snatcher money, you get the Rise of the Dragon.
Yeah. The next one. Now, granted, if there was an American edition, I know probably deep in my heart that Night Trap to be on this list, but you can't not have this list without at least a couple of FMV games. But the ones we're talking about were the only really animated. And when I mean animated, I mean Japanese anime style. And that's Time Gal and Road Blaster, both made by the same developers. Really cool animation moments in that game. Really cool ideas to that, especially Time Gal, where it was QTE moments, but it could take you to different time zones. So the replayability is interesting to see where it would take you next. Yes. Based on that.
It was Dragon's Lair. But time travel.
Yeah. So I really like that. The copy I got didn't work as best as it can, so I would love to see it refresh on this one. And granted, I think the PlayStation version is a little bit better because the animation they managed to do a little bit better on the animation quality from it. But still, the CD ones for both of these would be really cool to see for these. Very unique games. Very, very unique games.
No, I agree. Actually, we played Time Gal a little bit, and it was very enjoyable.
Yeah. The next one is actually a Jaron's personal favorite, that he believes this would be the best one to play on due to the other older versions didn't quite live up to par, and that's Spider-Man versus the Kingpin.
Yeah, so the Spider-Man, for those who played the old Genesis games, Spider-Man was on the Genesis, and it is okay, but it wasn't the greatest. If you wanted the definitive 16-bit Spider-Man experience, I think it was The Amazing Spider-Man versus the Kingpin. Similar story, better production values, cinematics. Overall, it was a better game.
Okay.
And it was developed and published by Sega. So
Okay. All right. And then the last one, this one is a bit of a snuff game or snuff. I don't even know how to say that title.
Cute 'em up, or
everything bullet hell games.
Shmups,
yeah. Anyways, this one is up on this list is on here because this game is almost up as rare as Pop Fomel, and that is Kyle Flying Squadron. And I never actually got my hands on this game to ever play it, but it's very rare, and it'll be interesting to find out why it's so rare. So
I'm speculating, but it's rare because it had a low print run and it was near the end of Sega CD's life.
Oh, okay. Would you say it's like almost a swan song per se?
Yeah, it was and how can I put this? It came out in like 1994, and Sega CD was pretty much done by then. So, who is it? JVC and Victor did it. But yeah, that game is awesome. Find a way to play it, Jeremy. I swear you will like it.
Okay, will do. But that's our small list, which brings us up to how many total? 13?
Yeah,
if
13.
If these games made it on the list, if they made it on the consoles up, that's 13 CD games. That's enough.
That's more than enough. I'd still sneak Final Fight on there, but that's more than enough.
Oh, I forgot about Final Fight. I am so sorry. Let me tell them why Final Fight CD is special. Why does this one stand out?
Final Fight CD is special to me because it's a beat 'em up. Everybody who doesn't know what Final Fight is, but it was the only one during that era for the home consoles that let you choose from all three characters, and it was 2-player simultaneous. So it was about as arcade perfect as you can get.
Okay.
And my father and I played that so much, and not only did we play that game so much, he loved doing this really over the top British accent. Like he was some British boxer thrashing these ruffians. It just. It came out like 92, 93.
Yeah,
and I was in like third grade, and it just tickled the hell out of me. So it has a lot of nostalgia value. Plus, Final Fight is a damn good game, and Final Fight CD is the definitive way to play it at home. If you don't have the Capcom beat 'em up collection.
Right on. And it's the only one beat 'em up game because Streets of Rage never came across that console.
Can you imagine Streets of Rage CD?
Oh my goodness. Dude, I would just think the soundtrack would be so crisp because they
were like, "Hey, Yuzo, here's a bunch of money, just do it."
Yeah, because the quality music on CD at the time was really top notch. It was really nice.
Yeah, it blew away anything that you were hearing on the Super Nintendo and regular Sega Genesis anyway. That's why Mortal Kombat CD sounded so crisp, like you said, so full. So yeah, no, that's my thing. There are plenty of other Sega CD games that would be great if it was on there, but those are the ones that are like the must own, must play.
Yes, and if you do know some that we might have forgot, please leave a comment down below and tell us what your thoughts are.
If you say Sewer Shark, you're getting deleted.
They just force it on you. Like you buy the box, it's like, where did this came from? They just give it to you. You're like, we're just giving this away.
It's like,
take it.
Sewer Shark, you're gonna play it. And I was like,
play
nope.
it. Play it. Please play it. Get rid of it.